I can remember when people would ask us, well, what's the compact there for? And the idea was to change business all around the world. And the question was, how many people do you have? And the answer was three. And people were wondering, well, these are really crazy, crazy people. But the idea was very powerful. And today, as you probably know, there are more than 8,000 companies and organizations, along with some very powerful initiatives. And I look at the compact really as a platform uh, based on principles that people can use in the way they feel is best. So companies use the platform really because they want to change. They want to look at the world in a different way, and the UN brand, but more importantly, the platform that the compact offers and the ability to dialogue with people who feel the same way, I think is the most valuable thing. At the same time, a number of initiatives have come from the compact platform. Caring for Climate, which brings together, I don't know, 400 or 500 businesses who are very interested in climate change, the CEO Water Mandate, uh, the Principles for Responsible Management Education, which today I guess is more than 300 of the world's top business schools. And very important, the Principles for Responsible Investment. And I guess fund managers in the neighborhood of 18, 19 trillion dollars are now part of the pushing the principles for responsible investment. So the compact has served as really a platform for people to do things. If I look at it, one of the main things it's done is it's helped create focused awareness in terms of the company and human rights, the company labor rights, company environment, and company corruption. And this focus, using a set of principles as the guidelines on how you look at things, has opened a lot of eyes. And then you decide, what do you want to do? Are you happy with the way you're operating, or is there something else you could do? So that's one of I think the big things that the compact has brought is this awareness. The second thing, it's a platform for individual and collective action in a way to support the Millennium Development Goals. And we're seeing a lot of activity in this area. It's not charity, it's people that are looking at their core business and how can their core business integrate social needs. Peter Drucker, just before he died, made this very interesting statement. He said that every social and environmental problem that we have is a business opportunity in disguise. And I think you have to be just a little bit aware, a little bit alert, and a little bit of creative to see that that's true. And once you see it, you can start doing really tremendous things. And it changes the dynamics within the company. It changes the types of creativity, the types of innovative thinking, and it also, I think, energizes the people within the company. So that's sort of my first pass when I look at this, and it's been an absolutely fantastic 10 years of my life, sometimes where I've been very closely associated, today at greater distance, but I'm still, I benefit from a network of hundreds and hundreds of people who think along these lines and stay in touch, so I get to see lots of things happening. And I must say I'm really fascinated by the Globe Forum, where the Global Compact is there as one of the basic pillars of the forum, even though it's very often not mentioned. And I'm also fascinated because here there's been very little lecturing, speech making, preaching there's been a lot of examples shown, and I think that's what business understands are sound examples, and that's the great benefit of the compact.
That would be very interesting to think about the role of Global Compact after these 10 years now. When you see that we have going from to be a niche thing, now
Right.
mainstream.
Well, yeah, I think that's a very good thing, and again, we're only talking about 8,000 companies and organizations, so it's not very many. In there's still a few million to go, but you're right. It has become in a way mainstream. It's present. It's hard to go to a business meeting anywhere in the world today. And I'm not talking about a CSR conference, but a business meeting where somehow the compact does not come up. So it's become part of the fabric of business. The compact is a stakeholder-based organization, and I guess the decisions of where the compact will go after the 10 years will be one of the main themes discussed at the Leaders Summit in New York in June. And it will not be a group of UN bureaucrats who will make the decision. It will be the stakeholders in the compact, the business, the NGOs, the government representatives, the academics, who will sort of say, okay, this is where we think the compact should go.
My last question, in front of the 10 years conference in New York in June, what do you think the biggest challenge for Global Compact will be in that conference?
Well, I guess it will really be how to ensure that the compact not only remains relevant, but becomes even more relevant in shaping business thinking and supporting business leaders who do want to bring about change. I think that's the main thing. How does the compact really support its stakeholders? And of course, the compact is a tremendous experiment, and I think one of the places is an experiment in terms of building platforms, but it's also an experiment in terms of stakeholder governance. And it's very easy if you're at the top to say, well, let's forget the stakeholders for a few minutes and we'll do things our way. It's much more efficient. And the compact has been very, I would say, especially Georg Kell, working very hard to ensure that this remains a stakeholder-based organization. And as such, it's a tremendous example for business and other types of organizations around the world. So I think how to have a good discussion, a good dialogue with the stakeholders, so that the new compact, when I say new compact, I don't think anybody's going to say that there'll be a new compact after the 24th of June. I think there's a new compact every day. It's a constantly dynamic, evolving platform, process, if you like, and I think that will be one of the goals of the meeting, of the summit, to ensure really another step forward in the development.
Thank you, Fred.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.